Hi, my name is Lolita Ritmanis, and I am a composer. I'm very much looking forward to being a guest at Soundtrack Cologne in August. Composition has been really a part of my life since I was a little girl. I remember studying piano and being asked to, of course, practice my scales and my pieces. And there were many instances where I was just playing my own little songs, my own little melodies. And I always thank my mother because my mother didn't stop me from making up my own little songs and melodies as a kid. So it was kind of a natural transition into, first I was a songwriter. And then when I came down to Los Angeles at the age of 17 to really pursue songwriting and singing, I discovered a music school called the Dick Grove School of Music. And that's where I discovered really that film music would be something that would be a possible vocation for me. And I fell in love with the art of writing music to film and writing music to picture. Animation specifically, most of my experience in animation has been dealing with more epic superhero genre. So I have done some comedy, I've done some, Scooby-Doo and some wacky races, but most of it's been the superhero and music. And I don't think that really there's a huge difference in the style because it's all about telling the stories and not so much about playing every little footstep. I mean, comedy animation, then that's when you're playing every little, somebody looks a certain way and you put a little xylophone, the old Mickey Mousing thing that people talk about with music. Well, it's an interesting question because I love my work and my work also is torturous and it's very difficult sometimes. It's wonderful to be in a profession where I actually earn a living doing what I, for the most part, love to do. It's also sometimes hard to be creative every day, to have to, on demand, write a certain amount of minutes per day if there's a deadline. So while it's wonderful to have that opportunity, that's also sometimes a difficult thing when you maybe don't even have that much inspiration. You have to very much rely on the craft. But my favorite thing really is helping to tell the story, and any opportunity I have to work with live musicians and to collaborate with a director or a producer on creating some sort of magic, some sort of synergy between the work that the creative person before me has done, and hopefully take it to another level and hopefully not screw it up too. There are more and more women that are getting larger projects and more visible projects, be it in television or film. I mean, gosh, this last year alone, and what it promises to be a really good year for women. I think it's just a matter of understanding that women have a voice, just a different perspective. I mean, every human being has a different perspective on how they score something, but I think sometimes women are discriminated against because there is a stereotype associated with what type of music the person thinks that a woman is capable of writing. So I would say that that's an obstacle where a director might think, oh, a woman can't write a big action movie score. A woman can only write a romantic comedy or something. And then that's of course complete nonsense, as we know that women, we can write anything. We're powerful and we can rival any superhero action composer and vice versa. I think men shouldn't be stereotyped either. So it's opening one's mind to the possibilities of all the voices that need to be heard and somehow are not having an opportunity to be heard. I don't try to dwell on the what ifs, but I know that from my early days of working as an orchestrator for some fairly big name composers, whether it was me not being forceful enough to ask for more help or ask for a leg up in the business and an opportunity to get to that next level, um, I don't think that my career ascended as quickly as some of my other counterparts who were male, who are now maybe doing, more, I mean, I'm certainly very grateful for being as busy as I am and having as many opportunities as I have. But certainly some of my colleagues have ascended higher as far as whatever pay scale and visibility of projects. So why that is, I'm not exactly sure, but there are many of us, myself and the whole team at the Alliance for Women Film Composers, we are certainly trying to make strides to change that.